What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for stopping by the channel once again today. I got a little bit of extra for you. It is May 25th, 2022. I am JD from New York, and this is the OTS venue. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Wednesday afternoons, wherever you may be. Ringside News has a complete Twitter meltdown. What the hell happened to Steve Carrier and Ringside News? Alexa Bliss and her new husband threatened on social media once again. Another day in the life of Alexa Bliss. Also, Cody Rhodes could potentially be the new cover star for the next WWE 2K installment. And is the brand split coming to an end? You might have seen some rumors floating around on social media this morning that WWE may be ending the brand split. But Andrew Zarian says no. All that plus so much more right here on OTS Extra. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 likes minimum on today's OTS Extra. And tonight I will be live with Jesse. It is the go home show for AEW Dynamite, and we have the pay-per-view this Sunday. Double or Nothing, shaping up to be a great week for all Elite Wrestling. I will be live, so make sure you guys join us tonight inside the OTS venue, live on YouTube for the post-show for AEW Dynamite. Let's get into the news, man. We're going to start off with this Ringside News situation. I don't know what had happened to Steve Carrier and Ringside News over the weekend, but Ringside News had a transphobic meltdown on social media. Now, Ringside News, I regularly cite Ringside News on the channel. I am letting you guys know that I will no longer be associating anything that I do as far as content is concerned with Ringside News until they actively come out and give a public apology. I will not be reporting their exclusives. I will only be waiting for Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful, Dave Meltzer, Brian Alvarez, or anybody else that is in the community that does not go about social media the way Ringside News did earlier this week. Apparently, it started with texting Tony Khan or DMing Tony Khan on social media in regards to Nyla Rose. The same old story with Nyla Rose. I don't need to get into it, why people look down and talk down about Nyla Rose. It's fucking ridiculous. It's disgusting. Not sure what's going on with Steve Carrier, but everybody says that he's a raging alcoholic. He seems to be losing it. Saw people on Twitter saying he's currently drunk, which obviously would make sense about all of the tweets that we saw stemming from Ringside News Twitter account starting yesterday morning. He continued all of this negativity on his main social media account. And then he was implying, he was showing off screenshots. I'm not going to be showing you guys anything. You guys can go on social media, you go on Twitter and see all this stuff for yourself. He was then implying, or Ringside News was then implying, that Chris Jericho texted him, and he still seemed to be drunk off his ass, talking about Nyla Rose. Tony Khan reached into his DMs and replied to the original DM that they sent him. What's going on? I'm not sure what the problem is, and I'd like to be filled in on what the issue is here. Tony Khan had no idea. Nyla Rose responded in this mess on social media. Then we have footage show itself on social media from last night of Steve yelling at Coney, or Connie, I guess he's calling him. Con Man, Nick Khan, Tony Khan, C-O-N, not K-H-A-N, on stream repeating all the transphobic stuff about Nyla. He's been drunk for seemingly the last 24 hours. USA Today cut their ties as an affiliate and cut their affiliate agreement with Ringside News. I had no idea that USA Today was even associated with Ringside News until Jesse actually texted me this morning. So you guys can see their tweet right here. Hey, folks, we want to thank all of you who raised concern about these inappropriate tweets. The USA Today Sports Media Group has terminated its affiliate with Ringside News. That is pretty shameful right there, and that is pretty embarrassing if you're Steve Carrier and Ringside News. So after that, he went live on Facebook. Now, I don't know if this was earlier this morning or late last night. He went live. Steve Carrier went live on social media. He was smoking a joint next to his obviously pissed wife. He then moves the camera and shoots her and her legs and says, "I want to fuck her," he says, live on stream. After she repeatedly says she doesn't want to smoke any of what he's smoking, he then slurs at her and says she doesn't even want to kiss me anymore because we're on camera. Fucking bitch. Then he flips her off and ends the video. Now, I don't know what's going on, man. I have no problems personally with Steve Carrier and Ringside News, none whatsoever. But like I said, I will not be focusing on what news they report on the channel anymore. I will not be associating my brand and my channel with Ringside News until something is done or he comes out and publicly apologizes for what he did and what he said. And after the incident in Texas last night, and all of this is going on, and all the hate that seemingly is just coming out of Steve and Ringside News, is it really necessary after 18 children were killed in Texas yesterday? One teacher was killed in Texas yesterday because some scumbag 18-year-old wanted to take fucking assault rifles into a school and start gunning people down for absolutely no reason. I mean, is this hate really necessary after looking at the news yesterday and seeing all these grieving families sending their kids off to school, and they didn't really understand and realize that it was going to be the last time that they were going to see their children? I think everybody needs to start being nicer to one another. I need to do a better job at that myself. I usually get into it with the trolls on social media for no reason because it is who I am and I like to poke fun at them, but it's all unnecessary, and I think we all need to start being kinder to one another. And I really hope Steve and Ringside News get the help that they need because clearly something is not right there. I don't know what's going on in his personal life. I don't know Steve personally, but I really do hope that he gets things right and his marriage is all right and he's all right. And I do hope that he gets back on track because he is somebody in the community that does a great job when he's on. But I don't know what had happened here, and I don't know what caused all of this, and I really do hope he gets the help that he desperately needs. Cody Rhodes. Let's talk about Cody Rhodes, man. On to the news here, the regular news. Cody Rhodes is potentially looking at a cover for 23 WWE 2K23. Now, it's too late for Cody Rhodes to be added to the roster of this year's game because I believe it takes a lot to actually scan somebody and get their model right and then put them in the game. By the time they all get that ready, we'll be ready for the next game, which apparently is going to be anywhere between October of this year and March of next year. WWE 2K is potentially looking at another release date next year, next March, for the next installment of the title, which I don't know why we'd be getting another title. I don't know why they just don't build upon the current title that we have out now. So WWE 2K22 launched a huge roster in March, not as big as the other games, but a huge roster nonetheless. And this was ahead of WrestleMania 38 in April. At WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes made his return to the WWE, wrestling Seth Rollins in probably the best WWE match all year so far. So we got DLC coming out in waves. Some fans have speculated that Cody Rhodes could be added to the game later this year. Now, per Sports Gamers Online, take whatever they say with a grain of salt. They are a pro WWE publication. They, I believe, blasted AEW's game for obvious reasons, being a pro WWE publication. And they are reporting that WWE wants Cody Rhodes in the game, but they are told that it was far too short notice to officially add the American Nightmare as a DLC character. The report noted that a person close to the situation said, WWE tried, but it was quickly shot down. They knew it was unlikely, but you don't know for sure unless you ask. Now, Cody Rhodes actually took it to social media, and he said this on social media: "I don't know the talented folks at WWE Games, but I am pretty decent, a decent gambler, and I would bet that they're working very hard on something special for pro wrestling fans." So Cody Rhodes, I don't know what that means and what he says there, but it certainly looks like he may not be added to the game. And it looks like Cody Rhodes and Dusty Rhodes may actually be one of those pre-order bundles, potentially. This is just me speculating. On top of Cody being the cover star, because outside Roman Reigns, he is the biggest superstar in the entire company, in my personal and honest opinion. It may look like Cody Rhodes may be added to next year's game with a Dusty Rhodes or American Nightmare bundle. So we will see what happens there. But Cody Rhodes will indeed be a playable character in the next installment of WWE 2K23. So that's great for fans of the game. And if you guys love my live streams, man, I'm hoping to do more like I did last night on Tuesdays following NXT, man. We had a blast, and we had a great time playing My Rise on WWE 2K22. If you guys want to go check that out, it is on the channel right now. Go check it out on the homepage. As far as the latest uploads are concerned, it should be right there for you if you want to go check the stream out from last night. WWE, have they finally ended the brand split? Now, I've been asking for this for the last 7 years, and I don't really know what to believe anymore. Every time I read, especially now, that the brand split is coming to an end, I don't even bat an eye, and I don't even emit any excitement. It's all the same shit. It's usually followed up with some debunking of a rumor or someone coming out saying, no, we're not ending the brand split. We're going to unify the titles, but no, we are keeping separate brands for whatever reason. And we talked about this. This is a Fox and NBC Universal deal. This is not a WWE deal. I don't give WWE any benefit of the doubt whatsoever, but in this case, I will. If WWE was not being controlled, majority controlled by Fox and NBC Universal, because what the networks want, with all the money that they're paying WWE, they're going to get what they want. If WWE wasn't in that situation, I do believe that they would end the brand split. I really do. There's no fucking way that I'm sitting here and I'm telling you guys, there's no way I believe anybody in that company operating under what we see now on Monday and Friday night believes what is working now, or what is doing now, and how the shows are is working. Nothing is working right now as far as this brand split is concerned. People showing up on Friday from Monday, people showing up on Monday from Friday with no explanation, no rhyme or reason. They are just there. Sami Zayn, just on Monday, teamed with the Usos. Usos are both the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Sami Zayn has no business with anything on Monday night. He's in a storyline with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, but that doesn't give him the right to show up on Monday night. There was no explanation at all for why he was there, or why any SmackDown stars are on Raw, or why any Raw stars are on SmackDown. I refuse to believe that anybody in that company thinks that what they are doing now is working. If it was up to them, I truly believe that they'd end the brand split. It's all Fox and NBCU, and Fox has come out and stated, and Meltzer says that he talked to people saying that Fox wants brand exclusivity, and they want their own roster away from NBCU and Monday Night Raw. So that's that. So on this week's Raw, like I said, Zayn, the Usos, they wrestled Matt Riddle and the Street Profits. And this is coming from PW Insider. Several Raw stars, including Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and Kevin Owens, are all scheduled for Friday Night SmackDown. So it looks like WWE is ramping up the build for Hell in a Cell, and they want to get as many stars on Friday to help sell Hell in a Cell. So while this information isn't a confirmation, Brian Alvarez notes that his sources in WWE have told him that the brand split is essentially done, and we could expect to see a lot more stars appearing on the brand they technically are not on. The current brand split is stemming from 2016. That's when it first came back into effect. And if the brand split was to finish, then it would be far from the first time WWE has given up on the brand split idea. Now, Andrew Zarian posted this on Twitter. He says, and I quote, "Spoke with WWE regarding the brand split this morning. WWE sources stated that the brand split will not be ending. However, the current plan is to have more individuals jump from brand to brand, depending on the storylines." So what WWE is pretty much telling you is that they're not going to outwardly tell you the brand split is ending, because they can't say that, because Fox wants something and NBCU wants something else. But WWE is going to operate on how they feel and what they want, and they're not going to give you any explanation. Fox, at the end of the day, to be quite honest with you, I don't think they should really give a shit. The show right now that they're getting, just SmackDown alone, is fucking horrific. And if you do anything to make it better And if that includes using Monday Night Raw superstars, I don't see why that they would have a problem with that. I don't see why that would be an issue whatsoever. WWE wants to end the brand split. That's why they're doing this. They're pushing it. They would not be doing this if they did not want to end the brand split. It is Fox and NBCU that don't want to end the brand splits. So that's my take on that. But Zarian says it's not going anywhere. I hope, and I doubt this is going to be the case because it never really is the case. WWE still has some of the worst programming of the entire year happening on Monday and Friday night. Even with individuals and superstars jumping from brand to brand, the shows still feel largely the same. Nothing feels different. Nothing feels any more exciting. It's just the fucking writing. That's what it really boils down to. You could take anybody you want, move them to Friday, move them to Monday, and vice versa. But if the writing sucks and the stories suck and the format of the show largely has not changed in decades, I'm not expecting any of these shows on Monday or Friday night to be any better than they are now. So every time you read or every time you see something about the brand split ending, cautiously go into it with pessimistic fucking thoughts. It's not going anywhere. WWE's not ending the brand split. Andrew Zarian says, no, it's not going anywhere, but there is plans to use more superstars jumping from brand to brand, hopefully making the shows a little bit better, but I highly doubt that. And finally, guys, Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is on social media once again saying a fan is threatening to shoot her and her husband, and the police have been notified. Alexa Bliss noted on Instagram that a fan has been sending threatening DMs, and the screenshots have been turned in to the authorities. User JPeak5402 posted several comments under Bliss and her latest post about a charity fundraiser that is happening this Friday. As you guys see here, Alexa Bliss tweeted, and then you see this psychopath who's berating her in the comment section of her thread on Instagram. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Jay Peak says, do you have anything to say? I don't know what that is in regards to, but Alexa Bliss says, I do have something to say. I saw the DM you sent to people saying you were going to shoot me and my husband yourself. Those screenshots have been turned in to the authorities. He then goes on this rant in that same thread and says, so you can't stop me there. What you going to do? Put a restraining order on me? That's not gonna work, cause you can't do that, sweetheart. Nice try though. Laughing emoji ×2. I know his Twitch account, so you can't do anything. I'm friends with Matt on Twitter and Instagram, so you can't do anything. Ha 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 ha. More laughing face emojis. And then he says, I'm still going to talk to your ex, Matt. You can't stop me to talk to him. Hell, he has a better woman now than you, and you can't stop that. End quote. Now, I don't know who the fuck he's talking about. I'm assuming he's talking about Buddy Matthews. I don't know who the fuck he's talking about, but this is crazy, man. These stands and these fans are fucking crazy. Listen, bro, JP5402, listen, bro. From me to you, man, heart to heart, you know, she's not gonna fuck you. She's not gonna fuck you, bro. I mean, seriously. What is the issue here? What is the problem? Why are you berating somebody that just got married? And all these fucking stands, man, I knew it was gonna happen. All their Alexa Bliss posters on their wall, all their cum-stained tissue boxes, their fucking box of tears and jars of tears that they've shed over the fucking weeks since Alexa Bliss has got married. JP, she's not gonna fuck you, bro. Go have a life of your own and seriously get off social media. Go breathe the fresh air. Go get the warmth of the sun on your fucking skin. God knows how long you've seen sun. Vitamin D is very good for you. And bro, just go touch grass. Seriously. Get the fuck off of social media. Guys, that is all I got for you today. If you enjoyed this extra, please make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 likes on today's extra. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. And I will be live tonight with Jesse, AW Dynamite, and the Go Home Show for Double or Nothing. Tonight's post show will be live on YouTube. I hope to see you guys there in the OTS venue. Also, make sure you guys follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. I'll see you guys tonight live on YouTube for Dynamite. Until then, have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you live for the post show on YouTube.